Welcome to the Scriptory. I'm not entirely situated now. Kind of have a lot going on. I'm at this desk right now. Can't even talk. I just got home from work. Well, 30 minutes ago, but I'm still stuck in mind, brain, and work brain. Can't even talk. That's why I write. Um, Well, Bayla's a little antsy, so I have a cheese bone for her to work on, but it's needs to cool off before I can give it to her. So tonight I am going to. She's so cute. Bayla, come here. She's so cute. Um, this evening I am going to be working on Everbound. I was bad this last week. Well, actually, it would have to be 2 weeks now because I'm 2 weeks behind. So I actually have to write 2 chapters this weekend to be considered on top of my goal, my weekly goal. I know it's too hot right now, though. It's too hot. Yeah, it's just a little too hot. Just wait. So I need to get the 2 chapters done this weekend to stay caught up with my goal of a chapter a week. But it hasn't been completely a wasted couple weeks. I've learned a lot of different ideas. I've come up with a lot of different ideas for my story that I think will help flesh out the world. And these things come to me at work usually, and so I'm like every so often at work I'm like writing just a quick little like this idea send and then like name idea blah 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 send just because I will forget it and sticky notes disappear somehow. So emails are good. Coffee has been made. I am drinking a dark roast coffee, so it's very strong. I was going to go for the wine, but I don't know. I was just feeling kind of creative when I got home. And wine, it's good for a time, but then it just kind of dulls my senses. And then like, I don't feel like doing anything but sleep. And I don't want to do that. I want to actually get some of this writing done. It's going to be kind of a slow going, but it is better than nothing. I'm just going to quickly share this stream so that my social media, my Twitter and the Tumblr crowd know I am live. So, so even if you come to these write-ins after they're done already, that's perfectly fine. I mean, the idea is just kind of to, being kind of like a room of like-minded people, and like it just kind of helps the productivity, being in a room of other people being productive. There's probably some scientific article, or many I should say, written about that, so I just know that it's true for me. So let's see here. haven't actually visited my Twitter account in a while, so I think I know like the hashtags don't always work when I'm like I have my Tumblr auto post to my Twitter, and I'm not sure it actually. I know hashtags are used a lot on Twitter. See if I remember my password. Nope. Nope. We'll get there one of these days. There we go. And it looks like Twitter changed how it looks. I just had a bunch of avocados fall down. Interesting. Well, it's funny what you miss when you haven't been on there in a while. Let's see. She's so cute. She's under the desk right now, and her little moon eyes are just precious. Oh, Bela, you're so precious. Precious moments. All right, I gotta go give her her cheese bone, and I will be right back with coffee in hand. I wonder if there's a way to hide seeing like who comes online. It just makes me nervous when I see someone join. Even though that's the point, it just makes me nervous. All right, I will be right back. All right, got the bone going, and then I'm gonna look for something chill to listen to. We'll get going. I wonder what this sounds like. Celtic Revival. She's so cute. Well, I like that, but I think we can do better. I think we can do better. Relaxing music. That's what we need. Let's try that. YGWYUL. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. Seems like you have a good pace at writing. What is this Everbound about? What is this Everbound about? If I can ask. Well, first, I don't really have a good pace of writing. I had handwritten a lot of this chapter that I'm working on right now, so a lot of this is just typing out. So usually I'm a lot slower paced, I think. And then Everbound is like a low fantasy type of story. It's about like a race of people that they were enslaved, and then now there's something that came about that gives them leverage over life in a way. So there's kind of like a political struggle and kind of like a spiritual, personal struggle that a lot of these Banes are dealing with, and the governments have to deal with. And yeah, I've been working on it since high school, so it's been like, and like maybe junior year. So yeah, it's been like 12 years coming. But it's probably a good thing because like I learned a lot during these years, just like things to incorporate and endless things. But yeah, it's interesting. It's taking way too long. um, yeah. So yeah, what are you guys working on? I'd love to know. Coffee is greater than wine. I in the morning I would agree with that, but there's nothing like a glass of wine at the end of a very hard day at work too. So I can agree with that to an extent. It's very contextual for me, but yeah, I'm drinking a dark roast coffee. Actually, I don't usually drink coffee um, after work, but yeah, I was just feeling creative, and coffee helps. Oh, I love those dark roasts though. Although I did learn that light roast coffees actually have more caffeine in them than the dark roast coffees do. So the dark roast gives a nice coffee taste, but the light roasts apparently give more caffeine. So the more you know. And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, thanks. And I hope I get it done before I die. uh, Mundi Fiato says, I'm drinking hazelnut coffee. I draw. That's my creative activity. Nice. Yeah. Hey, that's awesome. I always just feel inspired. Like even if someone's working on something completely different, I follow a couple of other YouTube channels and that are crafters, and it's like I might not be working on the same thing as they are, but just like the creative juices flow, and it works. Hazelnut coffee is really awesome, by the way. That's definitely one of my favorite flavors. Yeah, is there anything in particular that you draw or are drawing right now, or just kind of doodling? My dog has a little pig toy that snorts like a pig. She's kind of restless right now. Go outside. Gotta go take the puppy outside. Go outside the other way then. Lots of practice pieces, horses in different positions and angles. I'll jump back and forth with different subjects, working on blocking in / shading / gesture. Wow, that is very impressive. Horses are not easy to do, I wouldn't imagine. I do have a main project I want to complete, but it's on the back burner till I develop myself some more. I have always done black and white pencil, so I'm always working on improving with watercolor. Oh, that's amazing. Man, like that just amazes me that, yeah, people can make anything look realistic or cool with drawing and watercolor. Like that's not easy to do. That's awesome. Um, Definitely my favorite character in my book. Her name is Naomi. Um, she is a mute, and she's just I don't know, just very much of a loner slash very practical minded, and just, I don't know. I don't know. She just is very fascinating to me because she's like trying to discover what she's been a slave her entire life, and now that she's free, she's has very much of a sense of duty to her friend, who she's helping deliver a letter for, and so she has very much of a sense of duty still, even though she's now free. She's still very much like in a helping mindset. So now she has to kind of figure out, well, what am I going to do with myself after I get this letter delivered? She kind of has to figure out what she wants in life, and how she can use her strengths for the purposes that she needs to, or whatever. But yeah, she's definitely my favorite. Thank you for asking. That's a thoughtful question. Naomi does sound like a good but hard character to write. Does she feel somewhat indebted to the person that freed her? It was more of an event that freed these people, so um, she doesn't really feel indebted to anyone right now except for her friend with who she's for who she's delivering this letter. But yeah, that's a good question though, because I could that makes me think in a different way that I hadn't before. So there might actually be a way that I can incorporate that mindset, because you would feel kind of indebted. I would feel um, to maybe I can maybe there is a way or a reason she would feel indebted to what caused the event, or finding the root cause of what caused this freedom, and somehow, yeah, that's a really good good thought. And honestly, I did not think that far, but yeah, that's really interesting. Well, I do hate to kind of cut this shorter than I would like, but I do have to take care of my dog. She's yapping and restless, and I know she's been kind of sitting around all day, so we've got to go do the exercise and then have to get back to this later today then. So I really appreciate you hanging out, and hopefully you got some drawing done. And anyone else who might tune in later, hope you got some writing done or whatever else. I hope you guys have a great evening.